Alright, I've returned from my travels in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. I was there to plan coming releases for Legio Gloria, and of course to praise the lovely ladies, the seamstresses, and everyone involved in the production process. Super happy, as you all know, with all of the Legio Gloria garments. So yeah, do check it out, legiogloria.com, proudly made in Europe. And we have many garments coming in over the next few weeks, and then of course next year as well. So what I planned now will be out next year. Anyway, do check it out. It's the best stuff indeed. So anyway, I have a message to the people of Poland, because Poland has a special place in my heart, not only on a strictly personal level but also on a historical level as a Swede. So you have the region, for those of you who don't know, we have the great Baltic Sea. You've had an intense history there, so you have the historical nations, Sweden, Denmark, Prussia, later Germany, Poland, Lithuania, you have Russia. And Poland has sort of always been in the Swedish story as well. So if you read Swedish history, Poland is always there, sometimes as a rival, enemy, trading partner in marriage, royal marriages, stuff like that. So they've been with us for a long time, and going to Poland now, it's quite like traveling in time. It feels like what I imagine Sweden was like during the 50s or something. Now, when I grew up in Sweden, it was still better than it is now, but going to a city in Poland, it's a completely different thing. So the vibe on the street is something completely different in a Polish city than it is in a Swedish city. Because in a Swedish city, you're out at night, you sort of have your guard up, you don't really know what will happen. But in Poland, you can relax. It's a completely different calm, a completely different harmony. Same comparison can be made in Germany or in any other Western European country, that you're a bit on edge the entire time when you're out. But in Poland, you can relax. You can see at 9 in the evening, family taking a stroll through the city center. It's a completely different thing. And I like the Polish people, warm, friendly, super nice in every way, and I just wish Poland will not go the same way as Sweden or Germany or Holland. I don't have super many Polish subscribers, so if you are from Poland, please watch this video. And in every conversation you have, if you talk Polish politics, if you talk politics with a fellow Pole, just let them know what I think, and we can hopefully make sure that Poland does not go along the same path. So essentially, you might ask, why did Germany, why did Sweden, why did we go along this path of madness? Why did we decide to invite all of the third world into our countries? Yes, it's quite simply that, well, it's not simple, it's a lot of different mechanisms, but the main mechanism that enabled this was the moral framework. So, starting after the Second World War, intensifying during the 60s, what it meant to be a good person, it shifted in the following direction. So being a good person, it had to do with wanting to help as many poor people from the third world as possible. That was the pinnacle of being a good person. So in previous eras, a good person could be a good family father who's loyal to his wife, who takes care of his children, who works hard, who is honest, good, decent values, which I'm trying to promote now. But this was the standard before, and then it sort of shifted into becoming, what is a good person? What is the best and most moral person you can be? Yes, it's to take care of all of this poor people from the third world. So that is the main mechanism behind mass immigration into Germany and Sweden. So you might have heard different other arguments saying we need to accept these migrants so they can work, and because we have an aging population. These are only excuses. The main issue is that they want to feel good with themselves. They want to feel like they are good persons, and the only way to do that is for them to then bring in as many non-whites as possible and give them stuff, basically. So this is the main mechanism, and I want to say to everyone, to all Poles and to all Europeans worldwide, that it doesn't make you a good person by giving away wealth to others. What makes you a good person is to look out for your family and for your people, because your people, that is your extended family. So that makes you a good person. A good person is not someone who wants to invite all of the third world into Europe so they can live on welfare, because you can see the results of it. You have the Multicultural Hell Project. So you can see now in Sweden, in Germany, in Holland, England, young girls, they cannot go out at night because they will be harassed. Or even worse, I don't want to talk about it now, but you all know what is going on in Western Europe. So do avoid it, and do, whenever you talk politics, and I'm speaking to all of Eastern Europe now, by the way, whenever you talk politics, if someone says, I want to be a good person, we should accept all of these migrants so they can have a better life, then you say, no, absolutely not. The best thing we can do is to look out for our own people. That is the main priority. That makes you a good person. So if you want to be a good person as a Polish man, then it's about looking out for the Polish people first and foremost. And then of course we can look at the big family, which is all of Europe. And then we can look at history as well. When Poland saved Europe in 1683, the biggest cavalry charge in history. So when they liberated Vienna from the Ottomans, and now I ask you to do the same. I ask the young men of Poland to do the same. Now we don't use any cavalry charges with hussars, but we take the fight in the EU Parliament. The fight for Europe takes place in the EU Parliament. So now of course you have pressure from the EU, from Brussels, from Strasbourg. You have pressure. They're pressuring Poland, they're pressuring Hungary to accept migrants. I will make a video about the European Union later on, but what I can say for now is that my hope is at least that we can get as many good, loyal to European civilization individuals as possible into the EU Parliament. And then we can actually, look out for the peoples of Europe. We can create good things instead of giving away our wealth to people who have nothing to do with our civilization. So my wish for all young Polish men is to go into politics also. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, go into politics, fight for the Polish people in the Polish parliament. Say, you know what, we need to have closed borders. We don't want to see the same horrific crimes in Poland as we've seen in Sweden and Germany. Now, I do believe that Sweden can be saved, but still, we have been through a lot of horrific crimes that, it will be a trauma in the memory of the history of the story of the Swedish people and the German people and the Dutch and English and all of the Western European countries that have been subject to this nightmare. It will be a trauma that we will carry with us, and I don't want the Polish people to be subject to this nightmare. So I'm saying now to keep your guard up, so don't open the borders, because then bad things will happen. And then also, of course, for any Polish citizen that might be watching this, to in every time, in every discussion you have when you're talking politics, then just point to Sweden, point to Germany. This is the result if you bring in different people en masse immigration of very different people, then you will have catastrophic results. This is the harsh reality. Now you can at least look at us and say, yeah, this is a bad example. This is not what we want to have. So yeah, that's essentially what I want to say. Salutes to the Polish people. Do stay strong. I'm with you in spirit. And yeah, I hope with all of my heart that Poland will stay strong and will not follow the path of destruction as Sweden has done. So anyway, thank you for watching and thank you for your support.